essentially have 1 and 1A pitchers with Amlung and Thompson?
When you say that, there's still so many guys. I think Amlung now has the resume to be the Friday night guy, and as I call the bell cow. Someone's got to put the bell around their neck, and all the other cows follow that noise. That you got to have the bell cow on the staff. And Justin Marks was that, Zach Pitts was that, Thomas Royce was that. That's what we need. We need Justin Amlung to be that. Then after Justin, yes, I think everybody's excited about Jeffrey because we did throw him to the fire last year, and he fought through some tough times, but he had that monster summer. He was the #1 ranked prospect in the New England League and had a lot of success in the fall and success here in the early season. But, Travis Tingle, sometimes it's that guy that you don't talk about a whole lot, maybe has a little bit of the chip on their shoulder that, you look up after 3 or 4 weeks and you go, wow, he's the guy that nobody was talking about at the beginning, but maybe he's the best pitcher on the staff. So you want to have some internal competition. You want to have guys that feel like they're the Friday night guy, because when your Saturday guy is that good and your Sunday guy is that good, then it's tough to beat us. Then that's why you don't ever get swept on the weekends, and that's why you win most weekend series, and that's why you sweep other teams, is because your 2 and 3 are as good as your 1. And I think that's what we're hoping, but we got to go out there and do it. And when we talk about those 3 pitchers, those 3 guys will start the first weekend, but there's 5, 6, 7 other guys that they're chomping to get that ball flipped to them, and they will get their starts throughout the year. It always seems to happen that way, where guys start to jockey and move, and it's a long season. So it'd be nice to plant those 3 guys in the weekend rotation, but you take it 1 week at a time and make sure everybody's healthy and everybody's feeling good, and who's got the hot hand. And sometimes, you flip the ball to one of those other guys who has the hot hand.
How much potential does this pitching core have? I mean, does it have the potential to be as good as pitching groups that you've had in the past?
It's a staff. Just like the offense has to come together to manufacture runs, it's a pitching staff. I don't know if we'll ever talk about the 07 staff as the greatest staff to ever pitch here, but they did enough. They pieced it together. We were getting through midweek starts with 3 and 4 or 5 inning guys, and we were winning close games, and we were flipping the balls to guys at any moment, and they were able to get us enough outs and get the ball to the next guy. On paper, talent-wise, this is the most talented pitching staff we've ever had. But players have to accept their role. Guys have to get used to coming out of the bullpen. I think the biggest challenge for young pitchers is they've never had to come out of a bullpen. Coach Williams does a great job of preparing these guys. And what's it like to not have the full field to long toss in 30 minutes, to run and get loose and take all the time you need because you were the starter. Now you get a phone call down to the bullpen, and as soon as you're ready, you could be coming into the game. And for the freshman pitchers, they're not used to that. They've never come out of the bullpen before. They've been starters their whole life, and so it's our job as coaches to get those guys ready for that. And can they accept that role? With the motivation that, hey, I want to keep getting the ball flipped to me, and I want to have more success, and eventually those young guys want to start. Eventually those guys want to be starting pitchers. And so, like I said, I think several of them will get that opportunity this year. But you just got to go out there and earn it. You got to go out there and pitch well.
For a guy like Jeff, is there an adjustment period or any kind of learning curve to go from being used mostly out of the bullpen last year to now being a guy that you're kind of asking to go out and win on Saturdays or Fridays, depending on whatever ends up happening?
I think Jeff's biggest adjustment was last year. He started coming out of the bullpen, but he had some midweek starts, and then before you know it, he had some weekend starts, and we just kept flipping him the ball more and more, and he kept getting better. So, there's no reason for Jeffrey to not be prepared to run out there and pitch on the weekend. I think we all feel confident that he's ready for that role.